Let's move on to Group A. Celtic hosting RB Leipzig on Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Celtic is plus 220. RB Leipzig sitting at plus 110, and the draw sitting at plus 280. RB Leipzig won this match 3-1. But
ridiculous.
It was ridiculous. Final XG is not really going to give it justice. I know where I'm going in this one, but Anthony, I'll let you give your thoughts from that stupid match.
Are we really going to bet Celtic again?
Yeah.
We took them against Real Madrid. I felt like we were probably wrong side there. I think you had them. I think you had them
60
against
60 minutes. 60 minutes for the right
Real
side.
opened them up pretty good. And that's really the thing here, right? And what we've seen now in two separate matches against superior talented teams is that Celtic can play with them for an hour, but as the game becomes more stretched and more open, they have gotten absolutely destroyed in transition. And that's not to say that they also didn't find success themselves. There were periods against Leipzig of significant sustained pressure where they looked like the better team. But again, the second goal, there were two VAR'd off goals for very close calls in that game. Like Leipzig, yes, the go-ahead goal was because Joe Hart just passed the ball right to a Leipzig player. It was incredibly stupid and one of many goalie errors that has gone against me in the last 2 weeks, just throwing the ball to the other team. But we also shouldn't ignore just how open Celtic were at the back. And I think that's a major problem against this Leipzig team because Nkunku had a ton of space. So Szoboszlai was able to get in. Werner played one pass that almost sent Nkunku in, like it was just missed it. And I was, on the edge of my seat thinking this is going to be a goal. I think I would only look toward the Celtic attack here more so as opposed to the defense, because I think they have had major defensive flaws exposed by these transition elite attacking teams. So I know the minute I stop betting Celtic is when they'll finally get a result in this group, like a positive result relative to the market. But you look back, they conceded a good number of big chances in that match.
Yeah, they did.
And it was 20 deep completions for Leipzig to just 12, 2.11 XG. But like I said, there was two. The one was clearly offside and he probably only scored because he was off. But the second one was one of those classic, like the guy in the offside position is blocking the goalie chances. And, that doesn't really, that's more the defense getting bailed out. So I'm going to be staying away here as well. Another pass for me for now, but I don't hate a look on like a Celtic team total because I do think they can score with Leipzig. We saw Leipzig's defense get opened up a bit at the weekend on Mainz. They have had major struggles away from home. You cannot talk about that. I mean, they got pasted at Frankfurt. They got pasted at Gladbach, conceded early against Mainz and could have conceded again late. So the Leipzig's had problems on their travels, but I don't trust this Celtic defense in transition. They look so bad.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely concerns here with Celtic defensively, but for me, I mean, this is purely a numbers play. I mean, I have Celtic projected as a slight favorite. I'm looking at 538. They only have Leipzig at 41%. Celtic, there's a couple positives. Obviously the two VAR'd off goals and the defensive transition problems are a concern, but they did force 9 high turnovers. They were able to counter pretty well. The goal they set up was a beautiful counterattack right out of the half. Up until, again, like you said, up until about the 60th minute, like the rolling XG chart, they were winning the match on XG. And then the dumb goalkeeping mistake by Joe Hart. And then Celtic basically didn't attempt a shot for the rest of the game, which was kind of concerning. But Celtic did have 16 passes into the penalty area against Leipzig. Only were able to create 1.2 expected goals off it. That is kind of concerning. But this is an all-in spot for Celtic. Like, this is it. They have to win this match to have any chance of going through. RB Leipzig is on a backup goalkeeper. Gulashi tore his ACL in that match. They're still without Leimer. They're still without Olmo. So I think this is a good spot here for Celtic. I mean, it's now or never with these Scottish teams. So this is probably my last stand.
I will be backing
Celtic.
The other Scottish team.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
yeah. So I'm taking Celtic plus half a goal at minus 135. I tried to look at Celtic first half. Their draw no bet is only even money. I can't play that. That's way too short. So I'm going to take them for the full game. I'm going to hope that they can convert some of these box entries, convert some of these counterattacks. And I mean, Celtic Park is an amazing atmosphere. You mentioned Zagreb. I mean, Celtic is right up there with one of the most difficult places to play in all of Europe. I mean, Real Madrid even said it after their match that the crowd was just crazy. So I'm back on the Scottish team.